Thank you for tuning into my videos. To support the channel and unlock exclusive perks, you can join us on YouTube channel membership and Patreon. Follow the links in the video description below. Select your level of support and help keep the content coming. This channel exists because of the support we have from fans just like you. Thanks and enjoy the video. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It is 2,000 points. It's Change of Scorpion. I thought they'd gone away for good, but they're back. The Death Guard here in this game. So if one of the Phoenix Lords visiting us, it's Longbow BB. He's brought along his Death Guard army, one of his new projects, and they're going to face off against the Tau. So interesting combination for sure. Tau like to keep the enemy at a distance, and they certainly will want to do that here against this Chaos Space Marine force. So I'm going to run through the tower and then we'll take a look at the Death Guard here. So for the tower, it is a Cadian detachment. And then we'll start with the two commanders. So Commander Ghosttide on the left-hand side. Quad Fusion Blaster being taken for him and two shield drones. He has taken enhancement, which is Precision of the Patient Hunter. Then we have the second commander here. This is the double commander combo for this tower force. So it's Commander NATO. And for him, it is the quad plasma rifle. And again, two shield drones being taken for him. An exemplar of the Cadian enhancement being granted to him as well. We'll move on to the bodyguards here. So we have Sunforged Crisis Battlesuit team with double fusion blaster for each of them. And a spread of drones. A shield drone for each of the models. One of them taking a marker drone. And then a gun drone for the other two. Same drone loadout for the next squad. The fire knife configuration, and its double plasma rifles being taken on each of those, again a squad of 3. Ghost Kill with the two drones, Cyclic Iron Raker and Twin Fusion Blaster. Then running along the back we have two Hammerheads with railguns, two Seeker missiles, smart missile systems for each of those. It's 1 and 2. In the middle is a Devilfish with smart missile systems and two Seeker missiles. Inside that, usually, and we'll go the Breacher team, squad of 10. Drone loadout for that is a marker drone and a shield drone. Then same drone loadout, two strike teams, two squads of 10 with pulse rifles. Two stealth teams, fusion blaster in each of those squads. Drone, shield drone and a marker drone combo with each of those squads. Then we have an ethereal, and he's taken through Unity Devastation enhancement being taken for him, and then double shield drone, Cadre Fireblade, double shield drone for him, and then we'll go across here. So it is a squad of, I've kept them together, it's a squad of 3 Piranhas, Fusion Blaster being taken on each of those, with their drones, and each of them is carrying 2 of the Seeker missiles, and then finally we have the broadsides. So 3 of them taking heavy arrow rifles, twin plasma rifles, a Seeker missile, and then the drone combination is the squad leader has a marker drone and a missile drone, and the other 2 have missile drones on each of them. Yeah, correction. Shield drone's fine on the characters, but on the breacher team and the 2 strike teams, it's not a shield drone, it's a guardian drone being taken for those. So that's the list here for the tower. Guns at the ready to fire into this infected chaos mess that may well head towards them in this game. Commanders and sub-commanders have been allocated. So for the tower, it's a tower player, one of our Phoenix Lords. It's BPP Wargaming, and we've put him onto Commander Ghosttide. Second in command, onto Commander NATO is Bobo Bobsled here for this battle. So that's the tower list. We're going to call upon 5 Patreons to assist us during the game. So that's Maxfield Knuckles, Connor Collins, who plays the tower, Sam Hermes, Chris Comiskey, and Nate Miller, another big tower player as well. So that is the list ready to go. We'll take a look at the Death Guard next. All right, so 2,000 points of Death Guard Chaos Space Marines. It's great to have them back on the channel. We'll see how well they get on against the tower. I think you're aware, Jason's aware here, that tower are currently channel champions. He's gone straight for the crown here in this Challenger Scorpion battle. We'll let him run through his list.
Okay, so we've got 2,000 points today. So we've got, start off from left to right, you've got Typhus leading 6 Death Shroud. It's a bit of a must take, really. He's got some sneaky shenanigans going on. The tower will love, I'm sure. We've got a 10-man Plague Marine squad. They're led by a Foul Blightspawn and a Chaos Lord. He's been given the Living Plague, so he pushes out the contagion range by an extra 3 inches.
Okay.
And they're going to ride into battle on their borrowed Black Legion Rhino. Then you've got the Tallyman behind them. He's going to be on his own. He's there to try and generate some extra CP. You've got another 6 Death Shroud, led by Lord of Contagion. He's got the Deadly Pathogen enhancement, which gives him extra strength, extra attacks. Then you've got the heavy stuff. So we've got 1 Plague Burst Crawler, 2 Entry Cannons, Heavy Slugger, and the Mortar. 2 Predator Destructors. They're both, as you can see, got las cannons, auto cannons, Havoc launchers. A Myphitic Blight Hauler. A Fetid Bloat Drone with the Blight Launcher. And then the big man himself, Mr. Mortarian.
Okay. Very nice indeed. And apparently this is a list that does quite well. Yeah, Jason doesn't want to say, but they've done well. There are some very strong unit combinations here, but the tower follow their usual rule, which is stay away from and shoot at leisure if we can.
We're coming for the hugs.
Yes. We'll do a bit of a showcase here. Some great models painted up. I do particularly like the sculpts on these here. Now, these are the Horus Heresy.
Yeah, the 30k ones. They just kind of fit the aesthetic a little bit better in my eyes.
Yes. They look really nice. And then we'll pick up some of the models here. It's a great paint job. A bit admiring the basing as well, and these are looking particularly nice with a cracked effect. That is a Games Workshop, like a paste.
Yes, the Grelin Earth.
Yeah.
Crackling paint.
It looks real good. Works well for the AdMac as well, if you're doing like a martial landscape. That's these. We'll come to Mortarian in just a moment, as the Tallyman wants to take a look at him. Beautiful work. Nice colour scheme running throughout these. Nice sort of putrid colours going on. Blight Hauler?
Blight Hauler, yeah.
I remember these. Bloat drones. There's all kind of memories here. Memories or scars? Mental scars from encounters with these. Very nicely done. And then we'll take a look at Mortarian. It's well done painting. These are recently painted up, so brilliant work. And we're celebrating it. It's great to have the Death Guard fully represented on the channel for this 2,000 points game. So that's the force here for the Death Guard. So Jason is one of the Phoenix Lords on the channel, so we've allocated him as the commander, and I presume it's going to be onto Mortarian himself. Okay. And then you've got a Chaos Space Marine player in support. Second in command would be Typhus, yeah, and that's Casper Kempf. I think he plays Black Legion, so we're going to put him onto Typhus here for this battle. And then 5 gold level Patreons for some critical dice rolling during the game. It's Darth Windu, plays Chaos Demons, Longbow BB himself. Michael German, who plays Chaos Space Marines. Dave Humphreys and Gavin as well for melee and charges. That's going to be a useful dice as well. So that's the list here for the Death Guard. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. Alright, so we have a scenario for this game. Deployment is Dawn of War, so fighting across the board like so. Burden of Trust for the primary mission. Smoke and Mirrors for the mission rules. So already building a narrative and theme here for this game, just with the way this mission has turned out. Smoke and Mirrors may well suit the Death Guard very well. Up to a 500 point model after deployment can be put into strategic reserves. How many points is Mortarion?
300.
All right, okay, so he could be removed from the board, for example, and then put into strategic reserves. So just to give you an idea of the options, the Tower could pick an expensive unit to do the same with as well. So Smoke and Mirrors for the mission rule. Dawn of War is deployment like so. So the orange dice marking the deployment zone for the Tower, and then the putrefied green dice across the other side for the Death Guard, marking their deployment zone. There's 5 objectives on the table. We have a home objective each. This one here on this rather open piece of terrain for the Tower, and then just at the corner of the wall there of the Cathedral is the home objective for the Death Guard, and then 3 objectives in no man's land. Dead centre here at the main door to the Cathedral, and then 1 each on the flanks. So 1 here on the Tower right hand side, and on the left hand side, 1 just next to the barricade. So that's the board. I'll mention terrain now. So we're going to play Obscuring, Ruins on whole terrain pieces. Obviously the Cathedral piece, but also just for the balance of the game, the graveyards as well. So this piece going by the hard edge of the terrain piece, and the same with this piece across here. We're going to ignore the trees. They're just decoration. There's some tank traps and barricades, usual rules for those. And then the rocky outcrops, the larger rocky outcrops, not that one across there, but this whole piece, that one over there, this whole structure across here, and that whole structure across there, but not including the tree, will play as obscuring terrain as well. And again, just going by the hard edge, that's where we'll take our measurements from for obscuring terrain. So hopefully we've got a nice balance and spread of places to hide here on the board. So then for the main mission, Burden of Trust, it's about the control of objectives outside of your deployment zone, and then putting units on top to guard them, surviving with them, and then you can pick up some bonus points for that. So turn 2 onwards, for each objective marker that you control that's outside of your deployment zone, it's 4 points. Then for each objective marker that player controls, they can select 1 unit from their army. This is done in the command phase, within range of that objective marker to guard it. You've then got to survive through the opponent's turn guarding that objective. If you do survive, at the end of the opponent's turn, you get a bonus of 2 points coming through. So there's pretty good incentives, a few extra points available. And you may well be able to cash in on that in the later turns of the game, where you can just sit on objectives when things die down and then just rake in the extra points. And if you're able to do it across multiple objectives, then you can build a decent tally. So that's the aim of the game. Push out of your deployment zone, grab objectives, hold objectives, especially in no man's land, and obviously the opponent's objective is a tasty option as well. Both of us are going to go for the random draw on secondaries. I think we're ready to go. We'll now start alternating place units on the board next. Right, so just to mention the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. So battle mat is from gamemat.eu. It's called Swamp, something different here. Nice atmospheric board with this table. We're also using the pre-painted grassy rocks set. So that makes the rocks that you can see running around the perimeter of this table. So this large piece, you get some archways, some small ones, some medium ones as well. You get 2 of those. Another larger rocky outcrop across there, and there's a combo of 3, which I've put 2, and then an archway on top just to build up that terrain piece in that corner. So you can check out gamemat.eu for your supplies of battle mats, pre-painted terrain. There's a link for them below. There's also a discount code for 11% off across the store, and they are shipping worldwide. Alright, so deployment's done for both sides here. So for the Tower, a larger cluster on this side of the board and a smaller detachment across here. 1 hammerhead taking shelter with a stealth team, and the ethereal joining this squad of fire warriors. Second squad of fire warriors here. Broadsides, devilfish with the cadre fireblade and the breaches. Then across here, I can push in further. We do have infiltrate, but we've elected to hold back here with the ghost kills. He's there. It's the last unit to place on the board, and I kept changing his position. Just not sure where to go. With him, plenty of options, plenty of things to try and stay away from as well. 1 hammerhead, and then just in front of him, That is the stealth team. That means for the tower we do have reserves. So as per usual, put the piranhas into reserve. They're inside their transport, and then each commander joining his bodyguard unit of crisis battlesuit teams. So the Sunforge team being joined by Commander Ghosttide, then Commander NATO joining the Fire Knife team across there. So that's deployment done for the tower. We'll go around the other side of the board here and take a look at the deployment for the Death Guard. So bear in mind, and as Jason has reminded me here, of smoke and mirrors. So one of these units, perhaps Mortarion, can be removed from plan, put into reserve. Same for the tower as well. So Mortarions on this left-hand side, getting ready to sweep around. Predator, making use of terrain, one here. The other one's across the other side. Blight Hauler, just tucking in here. The Rhino's in the middle, loaded up with the plate. What is it? A regular Plague Marine unit?
In the Rhino?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a regular. They're kind of the...
But they're loaded out for combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they'll be joined by the Chaos Lord. Tallyman's just here on the home objective. Second Predator's here. Then Bloat Drone here. Plague Burst Crawler anchoring at the back. Then into reserve. They're inside their transport. And then the two Death Shroud Terminator units going into Deep Strike. So that's deployment done for both sides. Death Guard with two very, very powerful and useful units in their back pocket ready to be deployed onto the board. But I guess the tower kind of mirroring that with their crisis teams. Deployment's done. And we'll see if anyone wants to take advantage of the smoke and mirrors option. Mortarion's gone, and I had him lined up for a bit of firepower. There was a little corridor running through here where I was going to offload everything. I was thinking about bringing a hammer. I might as well say it now. There's a hammerhead I was maybe going to try and land on here. I was going to bring out this hammerhead across here. Use all the stealth teams to triangulate firepower. Maybe move him in to offload some shots. We're all lined up, ready to go. And poof, he's gone. It was all a trick. Okay, so we'll roll up here to see who goes first. All right, so I'll pick up one of these frosty tower dice. Got to keep our cool in this game. Don't get infected. A 2 and a 5. We all go first. Oh, you did remove Mortarion. That was some move. Okay. All right. Turn 1 will go to the tower. The main target they were going to go after has disappeared. It was all a trick. We'll go on to the first turn of the game. See what targets the tower can line up. They've got to be careful though, and they must keep the Death Guard at a distance. That's easier said than done. Turn 1 for the tower coming up next. All right, so turn 1 here for the tower. As our primary target's gone, we've put Mortarion back onto the board. We're going to do something we don't usually do. We're going to play a big what if. What if he was still there, a regular game, that it wasn't the mission rule for Smoke and Mirrors. But on the just to balance out, Jason says if it wasn't for that mission rule, he would have gone into Deep Strike anyway. Yep, so he wouldn't have been on anyway. But what if? I would have fired these, guided in by a stealth team. And I would have, I'm not going to move the models, presume a hammerhead could have got its shots in, and then this hammerhead would have got its shots in, and some harassing fire from him. Is that enough to bring Mortarion down? I'm sure many of you are asking the question.
I would have done Cloud Flies for a start.
Cloud Flies, fine, yes, which is...
-1 to hit.
-1 to hit, all right. We'll go through this just briskly, but we want to see if we could have brought Mortarion down. It's a burning itch that must be answered. So we'll go with these, guided in. Heavy rail rifles, remaining stationary because we lined up the shots, +1 to hit rolls. That's cancelled out by his flies. So we're on 4s. Being guided in gives me +1, so we're on 3s. Rerolling 1s. They would all have hit. Oh boy. Strength 12.
Toughness 12.
4s to wing. Rerolling ones. Okay, that's devastating. And these two are -4, so 4 up in fun saves. Yeah.
So,
So 1 passed.
through.
Okay, so it's D6 plus 1 damage. Would you have command rerolled at that point?
I wouldn't have had the command points left because I don't cloud flies. So 1.
Fine. Okay, it's
So he has 5 up for no pain. So
yeah, 2d6 plus 1 each.
7.
7. I would have command rerolled. I would have command rerolled. 5. So that's my CP used up. So yeah, you got 10.
10.
5 up for no pains.
Stop 3. Take 7.
7 damage.
Please.
Okay. There would have been 3 Seeker missiles. Rerolling ones. Those would have missed.
No, they've hit because you had the heavy and guide.
I don't think they get heavy. That's what I'm wondering.
Oh,
They're one shot only, not heavy.
Yeah.
Flies. It's a wound though. Just about.
Nope.
Not saved. D6 plus 1. 2. 2 wounds. 1 goes through. It's 8 damage. What are you? A 16 wound model?
16 inches, half damage.
It's half destroyed. Okay. So that's them finished. We'll go 1 hammerhead. Would have guided it in with the strike team here. So we would have moved. I think I'm on a 3. I'll roll up here. We'll need to check that. So I start on a 4+. +1 to hit rolls because of him. +1 to hit rolls because of shooting at a monster. You would have cancelled that out. So I'll still be on +1 to hit rolls. So I'm on a 3. Okay. I'm going to try and wound you on a 3.
Is it 3? No, it's 20, yeah.
Yeah. That goes through.
Yes.
And blocked. Fine. 2 Seeker missiles. 2 hits. These are the one use only. 1 wound comes through. I'll just, sorry, you not block that one. I'm going to re-roll this one for the built-in re-roll, hit roll, or wound roll. That does wound, another one.
Blocked.
That one's blocked. D6 plus 1. Another 3.
2 go through.
2.
She's taking 10.
10 damage. This hammerhead guided by them. Not going to move the models. A railgun shot. Would have used the built-in reroll. And got a hit. And then we'll try and wound. Nothing like...
Stealth suit spot?
Yes, stealth
Reroll 1.
suit reroll 1's to wound, correct. And it does wound. This is the big one.
Blocked.
That's all right, it's not real, they were just pretending. 2 Seeker missiles. Both missed. And then finally him. All right, right.
The 3 would have hit because you're shooting a monster and you're guided. I know it's -1, but it goes from... You stood still. Well, no, that matters.
Yeah. True. Okay, so we'll try and wound, which we don't. Unless it's strength 14, it is.
Yeah.
1 wound comes through.
Blocked.
And it's blocked again. And then
I'm
finally...
using up all my 60s now.
Yeah, that's part of my dastardly plan, yeah. And then we'll go here. Cyclic Iron Raker is the only thing in range. Looking for 4s. No. Looking for 5s because of your -1. And no wound coming through. Well. He would have tanked it.
Mortarian flex.
Ugh. Okay, I've learnt my lesson. Avoid Mortarian, focus on other things, and he can disappear. All right, we'll press on. We'll make some moves here with the tower. All right, so movement's complete for the tower. I think there are possibilities for some shots here. So cards drawn is extend battle lines. We really are being encouraged to push forwards here and trying to keep the golden rule in mind, which is to get points onto the board as quickly as possible. So we've pushed the Fire Warriors forwards to get within 6 inches of the centre of the board. For Established Locus, which is the second card that we've drawn, you can pick up points for, I think it's 2 points for being within 6 inches of the centre of the board. They haven't advanced, they're just going to perform the action in the shooting phase. The other one's extend battle lines, which is to hold your home objective and then to grab a no man's land objective. We've done that with 2 units. Dalefish has moved out, keeping its cargo inside, snatching that objective. And then the Ghost Kill has moved out and grabbed the objective on the right-hand side. Then this is where we've got some angles. Hammerhead's moved up with the stealth team in front, and we do have line of sight to that Predator on Jason's left-hand side. It's an opportunity to have a shot at that. Fire Warriors with the Ethereal have moved onto this hill. It's quite symbolic, but offers some protection if we're behind it. We've gone on top here with most of the models. Stealth team remaining where it is. This hammerhead, redundant. I tried to move around here to catch an angle through to the predator. We couldn't quite do it, so too tight. And so we've just left him where he is, keeping him out of sight for now. It's just the devilfish pushing forwards on that flank. We do have an angle, though, through here, tapping into the terrain. There is a gap running through there. We've used a laser marker to check as well. We can take some shots at the... I'm going to say blight hauler, but it's not, is it? It's a plague burst crawler. Okay, I have a history of getting the names muddled up down through the years. But that is movement done. Tau having to operate with the units they have on the ground, with their reserves potentially coming in on turn 2. And I think we need to get a move on before some of these nasty units, such as the Death Shroud Terminators, 2 squads, and Mortarion turn up from reserve. So make hay whilst the sun shines, as they say. We'll go on to shooting phase next for the Tau. All right, so shooting phase. Quite straightforward. The stealth team to light up the predator, offload of all the firepower that we have into that target. We've got to take the opportunity whilst we can. So we'll turn to a Tau supporter, Connor Collins, which he has stipulated here. Tau supporter, use dice for firepower, not melee. Suits just fine. So we're going to go for the railgun shot here.
Melee?
Not melee.
We're not going to use melee.
No. It's just this the Tau mentality here. We're allergic to melee. 6 is it. Doesn't mean anything. The 6, not on this turn anyway. Turn 3 onwards would have been 3 hits. Oh boy. Trying to wound. It's whole face, it's a 3, so that goes through. And it's AP -5, stripping cover, just knife rebutter here. We'll go for the damage roll. Ouch. 11.
I think that's dead. I think that's got it on the nose.
Where have we popped it?
Yeah, I think it's got 12 wounds on it.
Yeah, we'll check here, but we reckon the Predator's going to go here. 1 shot, 1 kill.
11 wounds. Oh, let's see if
Target destroyed, yeah, see if he blows up.
Oh, big
and
hit.
It does. I think it's going to be D3, yeah.
Big 3.
And maxes out. Oof, some explosion on the right-hand side. Ground shaking explosion here as Predator popped and destroyed by the Hammerhead gunship. Oh, look who it is. It's my old long strike model. Demoted or died, whatever happened to him, he's gone. But making his mark on the game here. 1 shot, 1 kill. Talva. Ghost Kill does have shots against that Rhino. We'll gladly put some shots into that. So we're not guided or any kind of help, so straight up 4s. 3. Our strength is quite low. I think your toughness 9, and we're coming at strength 8. So it's going to be 5s to wound. And we get none. And that's it. Firepower from him finished. It's overcharged. Need to roll up here to see if I damage myself. We don't. For supercharging. Okay. They'll perform the action. They are redundant. These will fire across here with no guidance, no support coming through with these. Just going to fire as they come.
Cloud of flies. Cloud
of flies to be played, which is -1 to hit rolls. Right. Now that's a problem. That's going to knock us down to 5 ups for our shooting. In which case, we're not going to fire the Seeker missiles. 5s to hit. Once they're gone, and I know I'm going to need them for other targets, so we'll hold. We're just going to fire the heavy rail rifles only. We'll fire the missile drones if they're in range. I don't think they are, but we'll check those in just a moment. So the main feature is the heavy rail rifles. So we're looking at 5s for hits. I'd lined up the firepower, but it's not that great. We'll turn to a Patreon. I've got a Maxfield Knuckles for the shooting. 5s we need. And we get 1 hit. We do get a wound, and it is devastating. And it is 4 damage. Okay. 8 wounds left. Missile drones, 2 on 2 of them and then 1 other. So it's going to be 10 shots, but we are going to be on 6s for hits. 1. 5s for a wound. And nothing. Okay, so that's them done. I've got a feeling that's firepower completely finished. Okay. I want to give you an update on the score here for the Tau as their turn 1 comes to an end. So turn 1 comes to an end. Points coming through. Not too bad here for the tower. Established locus has given us 2 points for performing the action within 6 inches of the centre of the battlefield. Hold it right there. We may not get any points yet. Yeah, within 6 inches, not wholly within. Okay, so I think we're all right for that one. So 2 points coming through established locus, and extend the battle lines was completed, holding home and then grabbing 2. You only needed to grab 1 to pick up the points. That's 5 points for that, taking us to 7 points. Some points on the board here for the tower. We'll go on to the first turn of the game for the Death Guard. There's units that can certainly respond. Jason will use those. Well, we'll see how he uses them, knowing full well that the might of his force is still yet to arrive. We're going to turn 1 here for the Death Guard. Right, we're on an interrupt here on turn 1 for the Death Guard. So containment and engage in all fronts is the 2 cards that have been drawn. Jason's just started his move. He's moved out, breaking through the terrain and onto the objective. The runner's just gone through. You can see it through the door of the cathedral. We're going to overwatch here. Again, we're not going to use our missiles. We'll just go for... I've got 3 CP to spend, so we're CP financially secure here. So we'll go for 6 shots needing 6s. Again, we won't be popping extra hits. That's about the worst roll I've ever rolled in my life. Look at that, it's terrible. 2 2 2 1 1.
I'll take it.
Gosh. And then we'll go with... dear me. And we'll go with... they're refusing to fire on the church, the tower here. Looking for 6s. 1 missile drone hits. With no wound. Total waste of time. You're free to go here. Am I being detained? No, you can carry on. So we've pressed on with the rest of the move. Plague Burst Crawler tucking in here. It's got the indirect fire option with the main mortar. They should do, I'm just saying, but for the guard they should have the Griffin back. Remember the Griffin?
I don't, actually.
Oh, it was a Chimera chassis or a Basilisk.
Oh, the big mortar.
The Stompy Mortar. Oh,
yeah.
Anyway, this is as close as you can get at the moment with this one. And then Bloat Drones moved out onto the objective. Predators shifted across for some firepower against, potentially against the Devilfish. We've seen this snatch or move into the middle. Tallyman's on the objective, and then Jason's using these tokens here. So 1 representing Sticky and the other 1 representing Infection.
Sorry, I've actually forgotten to move it. The Teleman's just going to
hop over to there.
Shuffle over there.
Relocate. Okay. And then Blight Hauler's moved out across in this direction, and that's it. So, seeing the tower pushing out, Death Guard have responded. They pushed units out of their own, and they're lining up firepower of their own as well. We'll go on to their shooting phase next. So, we're just interrupting here. We have an historical war games channel. This is an army painted up for the early war Germans, bolt action. And if you're looking to getting into historical wargaming, already playing, we're doing a wide variety of time periods. Obviously World War II, but all the way through to ancients as well. So check it out, link below. It's Heat of Battle TV. There's content on there already and content on the way. Link below, it's Heat of Battle TV. Right, slight adjustment on movement here, which is it's totally fine. Plague Burst Crawler is not going to move at all. It's going to return fire across here against the broadsides. And okay, so all good. So pick a unit, pick a target.
Going to do the Rhino first into the Fire Warriors.
Yeah, so Jason's going to use the hatch here to fire some of the models out from inside.
So it's actually, I can use some of these now, can't I? So I'm going to use Darth Windu for the Foul Blight Spawn, Plague Sprayer. And then I'll just roll up for the normal Plague Sprayer.
Go ahead.
So 4 from the strong one, 2 from the normal one.
Okay.
2, 3, 4. So these are all anti. Well, I'll do these 4 first. These are anti-infantry 2 up, ignores cover -2.
Oh. Yes, and Guardian drone -1 to wind rolls.
Does that count for anti-infantry though?
No, sorry, I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
No, that's all right.
So it would be 3, assuming that the anti-infantry doesn't get affected by the
Yeah, I don't think it helps. So let us know in the comments.
-2.
Yeah, I'll still get a save. Just about. 6s. Yeah, we get 1.
And then the other one is normal place press, anti-infantry 2 up. So just 1 more at -1.
No, another 1 gone.
And then the 2 plague bolters. So they can be direct fire range. That's 8 shots.
Okay. Let us know in the comments section if -1 to the wind rolls affects anti-infantry 2+, for example. I don't think it does. I think it's fixed on the 2+.
Hitting you on 3s. Got one. That is, I think they're lethal because they're plague bolters.
Okay. The Guardian drone will kick in now. -1 to the wound roll, unless they're anti-infantry again.
No, I don't think they're anti-infantry.
Okay. Yep, so you get lethal and forced wound. Another 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 normal saves because you're not within contagion range at the minute.
Okay. Any minus going on?
No minuses.
I think I get it for the wall.
Yeah, because it doesn't go cover.
So 2 more slain from that squad. They're being cut down. They're not wiped out, but they're taking heavy casualties. Half the squad destroyed.
It's got a Havoc launcher, so it'll be D6 +1 for blast because there was in the squad, so it's 5.
Yes.
Hitting you on 3s. All hit.
Yeah, I was about to say you're not going to get the blast bonus because you're firing a separate unit, but you're not. This is all counted as 1 unit shooting. Good, yeah. And you gave yourself +2 because I was a 10-man squad.
I gave myself +1 because so if I roll 1 more.
Yeah.
So that's a hit, a full facing.
No facing, yep, fine.
And then would be strength 5, would be 3 to 4s. So only 2, no AP.
No, not with that result. Ouch. Oh, my fishy friends. Okay, not wiped out. Heavy casualties.
Well, I should LOC you now. Well, I'm close. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not in range anyway, so you have it. You have the objective.
That's fine.
All right, so Plague Burst Crawler into the broadsides. This will be a test of Jason's firepower and our toughness.
So I do the heavy slugger first.
Okay.
So these hitting you on 3s. There's no minuses to hit them?
No.
So 3s. 3 hits. Strength, actually that's strength 4. Heavy slugger, strength 5. So 5s.
5's to wound.
1 wound at -1.
Okay, +1 for cover. 2 up. Just about past that one.
And the Plague Burst Mortar is D6 +3.
Okay.
It's big 6.
So that's 9 shots.
Because it's direct, I'm hitting you on 3s. 6 is lethal. So 1 lethal. 2 misses.
Okay.
Strength 8.
3's to wound. It's good rolling. 6 in total.
6 in total, -1, flat 2 damage.
2 ups though. Pass them all.
But you have to take a battle shot test as well.
Let's take a battle shot test. Zip.
Passed, yeah.
Passed, alright.
Predator, same target.
Oh, what about your entropy cannons?
No, he's got the plague splitters on.
Oh, does he? Right, okay.
So he's got the anti-infantry close up.
Yes.
Predator, same target.
Yep.
Now, are you within... No, you're well over half range. So we can do 4 shots from the auto cannon.
Right, I see, yep.
So hitting on 3s. Yike.
2 missed.
And strength 9. 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
So it's -1, but you got cover, so 2 up saves.
Just about holding on here.
2 las cannons.
So the walls of the graveyard protecting us here. Jason's been rolling away, and we've got 2. No, you're fine. 2 wounds coming through.
2 wounds come through.
These are higher caliber.
These are
here.
las cannons.
-3 then. -2. 4 ups.
Oh.
God, double 6. Defiant Tower. If you want us, it's going to be melee.
And then finally the Havoc launcher.
Yep.
Which is D6. That's 4 shots. These aren't going to do much, to be fair. So hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. Nothing.
No wounds. I know there's one thing. There's one thing for sure with those. They're going to be marked for death. There's no. There's going to be no doubt about it. Okay.
The Blight Hauler into your Ghost Kill.
Yep.
So he's got. I know he's got a multi-melter and a missile launcher. I
Yes.
think the bile spurt.
You got yourself within 12, didn't you?
Yeah, within 12, yeah.
Fine.
Oh, he's got a bile spurt as well. So we do that first. That's 3 shots, hitting on 3s. 6 is lethal. 1 hit.
Stealth, by the way, -1.
Oh, it's hitting on 3s, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So that's 1 hit there. Strength 5, so 5 to wound.
Yeah. Yeah.
Missile launcher, go for the crack. So it'd be hitting on 4. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, actually, it gets +1 to the wound because you're a vehicle. You are a vehicle.
Vehicle keyword, yes.
Yeah. So it's strength 9. So it goes from a 3 to a 2.
Yeah, toughness 8.
So it's in with a -2.
What damage is this?
D6.
D6. I'll absorb it on a piddly drone.
Okay.
Okay.
Then the multi-melter. 1 hit. Again, strength 9, so wind on 2. Another -4.
I'll drone it again. As well.
Drones out, that's my thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Last one is the little plague burst crawler that could.
Yeah.
I got the right name wrong there. That's a blood drone.
I'm not the only one that suffers from this affliction.
Blighty. There we go. Part of me wants to go for the broadsides because I want to try and. It's got 6 shots, hitting on 3s, -2 to damage.
Right.
Yep, let's go into the.
Yep.
Just make sure I've got these stats right because I've not actually used one of these in game before. So this is why the rush paint job for that chap. So hitting you on 3s.
Okay.
6s are lethal. 2 6s. 1 miss. Strength 8. T8.
Toughness
6, I think. Oh yeah, 8 wounds, 6.
Toughness 6, we are. Yeah.
So you got 3 saves, -2 goes to minus. Oh, ignores cover. No, sorry, that's the splitter. No, so -2 goes to -1.
3 ups this time. Oh, whoa. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. It's not fine, but I'm going to say it's fine.
Broadsides, no damage coming through. They've attracted a lot of attention. No doubt they'll attract a lot more. Big question is, any charges to take place?
Yeah.
Tedious here for the Death Guard. They're trying to lock horns with the tower at distance, and it's frustrating them. Yeah, they need to get up close and personal, which they will attempt to do, no doubt, at turn 2 onwards.
I think the bloat drone. I'm thinking of a tank shock.
Oh yeah, for your vehicle. Yeah, so 9 dice. Yeah, could be worth it. Yeah, I mean, I go for it. So anything really but the snake eyes would do it. 4 will do. You can just tap in at the edge of the barricade there, and it's in, no problem. 9 dice, and 5s. And 2. All right, dropping down to a lot of wounds. There are 11 wounds. 13 wounds, dropping down to 11. Yeah, we've now got the close combat attacks themselves to come through.
2 hits. What's your toughness?
9.
So 5 to wound. 1 wound, -1.
4 up to block. No. Damage.
1 wound.
1 wound, dropping down to 10 wounds
And then
left.
you can run me over.
Yeah, we'll shunt back. Just basically drive into you a little bit. And it's going to be... I mean, it's not even worth going on camera for this, is it really? A wound! This could be an insult.
No!
No, blocked. All right, well done. End of combats.
Yeah.
Here, end of turn. Give an update on the score. Right, so end of turn here for the Death Guard. It's 1 secondary being dumped and then containment being retained. So no points coming through for secondaries. At this very early stage, Tau are doing well, but this is only turn 1. There is a lot more to come. We know there's more coming. So Tau doing all right. Want that to continue. We've got another opportunity here without the Death Guard reinforcements on the board. They're turn 2 before Jason's forces start arriving. So I think we need to snatch that opportunity. Try and go after other targets whilst we can. And try and block out here if possible. As well, knowing there are these super dangerous deep strike units preparing to arrive. So we'll go on to the second turn of the game here for the Tau coming up next. So turn 2 here for the Tau. Defend Stronghold and Aerodynal is the 2 secondaries in play. If you enjoy our battle reports and want to see extra content, we have YouTube channel membership. It means that people can support the channel, and in return we can give you extra content back. So we have the Army Development video series. Then we also have extra battle reports, such as the Big Push battle reports series, which is new armies on the way, such as Mike's Raven Guard. There's a 1,000-point game and a 1,500-point game membership for you to see. Also, other battle reports, including league games, if you want to see all of our league and all of the action. then you can see the extra battles there on membership. So link for that below. Go to channel homepage and hit the join button. Aspect Warrior level, the first tier, will give you access to all the bonus content. You can also join us on the Discord server as well. Or you can go to the higher tiers for extra support, such as Autarch level, or you, like Jason, you become one of the Phoenix Lords for extra perks and extra support on the channel. So big thank you to everyone that supports us, especially those on the higher tiers. Link below for membership, or you can join us and support us through the Patreon page as well. We'll go back to movement here for the tower. Okay, so movement here for the tower. We have fully committed with all reserves. They've all turned up. Jason's just marching around the board here looking for potential rapid ingress options. So he was looking at this corner, but we've managed to keep him out. So you can, yeah, we'll let him calculate this one.
You can't be the line down there at all.
So what we've done is we've brought in, to watch our back door, we've brought on the Piranhas. The squad that was here, rolled a 6 for their advance. They shot forwards to replace the squad that was here. I moved forwards with these and then got caught out, overwatched by the Flamers and other weapons and wiped out and destroyed. I needed these forwards, I needed something here to create some kind of screen for these. So it's not ideal, but the Ethereal squad has pushed forwards 12 inches actually onto that objective for now. Deep striking with Commander NATO to sweeping fire across here, potentially. Hammerhead moving up. Stealth team moving onto the objective. Ghost Kill pushing further forwards on that flank. Broadsides remaining stationary. I was going to pull them back, but we've held here because of our screening units pushing out. So I think they're semi-safe. Moving up here with both the Stealth team and Hammerhead. And then Breaches have disembarked, ready to shoot and try and clear the bloat drone, and then disengaging from close combat with the Devilfish. And then around the other side of the board, you can see them over there. Commander Ghosttide has arrived with all of those fusion blasters to hit the flank of the Plague Burst Crawler. Okay, so we await Jason's decision here. If he's going to come in, I think his intent to do it. Oh, yeah. He's definitely doing it. Which unit it will be and where is the question. My reasoning is take out targets whilst I can. That's why I'm rushing here with these units. Because the other deep strikers are guaranteed to come down. Just have to try and deal with those as and when they arrive. Ugh. It looks like Death Shroud Terminators with Typhus turning up just over there. There's a counterpunch unit. Okay. Jason's placing the last of those models. End of movement. We're going to tower. Shooting phase next. It needs to be a good one. That's the final placement for them. Jason's put them in a position where they cannot be shot at by anybody apart from... No, anyone. I pulled out close combat. So there's literally no one. Yeah, so no one can shoot at them. So they're completely safe where they are. So really, the tower can just stick to their plan. We can't even react to those Terminators across the other side of the board. So there's a number of firepower combinations here for the tower. We'll see how this goes. We're on to the first bit of shooting.
It's not going to be shot at by Hammerhead.
Yeah.
It can't be.
We've got an adjustment going on here, which is totally fine. It's the end of our movement. It's okay. We're just checking angles. You might be able to see a laser beam being used on the board here. This is Jason's technology.
Broadsides.
Good technology here for the Death Guard. Laser technology. All right, she's tucked them in there. It's tactically a better position. They're further up the board. So they're a threat here. So it's a better spot than being further back. So fine. All right, so we'll go on to shooting. There's a number of combinations for the tower to use. I think we'll go with the Crisis team in the corner. There's no one to guide them in, so they'll fire just as they are, and we'll see if we can crack open the side of the Plague Burst Crawler. I'm remembering the name of that tank.
But I'm going to Cloud of Flies it.
Oh, Cloud of Flies.
That lasts for the shooting phase.
I'm remembering the name of it now because I just in my mind say PBC.
PBC, yeah.
Plague Burst Crawler. Okay. Good memory tool. Right, so we'll go on to 4 shots with the fusion blasters. That's from the commander. 6 shots from his friends. We'll definitely commit this to a friend. Imperials will be on my side. Sam Hermes plays Cadians and Black Templars. So, this is a turn 2. No kind of bonuses going on.
-1 to hit.
-1 to hit, so I need 5s. come on. Yeah, 1. That ain't good. And then our commander friend, he's on +1 to hit rolls against vehicles and monsters, so that's going to be cancelled out. And then I think my base is 3+. Oh, okay. Thank you, commander. Right, so we have... Sorry, keep that separate. He's on +1 to the wound rolls against vehicles. So we're on strength 9.
Toughness greater than.
5s to wound, +1 to wound roll, 4s to wound. We'll re-roll these 2 because of the Sunforge ability.
Yes.
Doh. And then his friend. 5s, re-rollable. Does he chip in at all? Bodyguard did nothing. It's all on the commander.
5 up invuln save.
Take it. 5+ invulnerable save. This is a big one.
A 2.
Does block 2. Well. Half of that stopped. Damage of D6. 7.
He's on 8. He's got 1 left.
Right. I'll re-roll the damage roll on this one.
Yep. Oh, it's even better. 5 minus 8 is 3 left.
3 left. Nothing I can do apart from put a few drones in. Oh, we whiffed pretty bad there. We're trying to hit and we failed entirely. Ooh, survived. That was my dedicated anti-tank team. It just shows you how they're just average when they're not guided in. And they're lacking... I got a number of 6s there to hit, I think. If it was turn 3, we'd have been popping extra hits for sustained and so on. You really do need to guide your tower units. I thought we had enough firepower there to take that thing down, but we have not. Okay, so first attack, lackluster for sure. We'll go on to the next combo. So, breachers, we're going to try and clear away this vehicle. We're going to use the grenade stratagem first, soften him up. Yeah, okay. Do we guide them in? I'm going to guide them in with these, because that's pretty much the only target they can see. So +1 to hit rolls, rerolling 1s to hit, rerolling 1s to wound. You're on objective, so it's reroll wound rolls anyway. So grenades first. Yeah, 3 mortal wounds. Him. Got to clear him out of the way.
He's got 6 left.
6 wounds, yeah, it's got a high number of wounds, that thing. 6 wounds remain. You're welcome to use your own markers, or you've got your own markers, fine. So then we'll go for the point blank ambush for another CP being spent. 30 shots. With these. What a nice clean job. It's easier said than done, as we've already seen. 6 and 10. Breachers can pack a mean enough punch. So actually looking for 2s. So reroll our 1s. Nearly a full house, 29 hits. Strength 6.
Toughness 9.
Toughness 9, 5s to wound. 5s to wound. I'm hoping volume of firepower will help us. I'm going to check, but I'm re-rolling the wound rolls, I think, with these for their special rule. Breacher team. Breach and clear. Range and objective marker. It's full-on re-roll wound rolls, yeah, so we'll take that for sure. So I'll just push these to the side.
Do you want me to roll those 10 first?
You can roll 10. These are AP minus 2.
Sounds nice.
Ignore stripping cover, not that he's got cover anyway.
5 up save. Oh, save 3, so...
Say 4.
4,
There's another one in there.
6, 7.
There's another one. There's another one in there. Number 5.
Oh, still dead.
Oh, all right. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Breach and clear successful.
It doesn't block.
Okay. Right, next we've got a lone shot coming from the hammerhead against the predator. That was our lineup that we went for with that. So we'll go to Nate Miller on this one. He'll gladly help guide this in. So we moved. I think we're back to 3s again. +1 to hit rolls against vehicles takes us to 3s, and that's it. Right, got our hit. We'll try and wound now on a
3.
Toughness. Predator. I think toughness 10.
Predator,
Could be 2s.
10. I think it is 2. T20.
6. It's devastating wounds as well. Oh boy. And then the damage. 1 shot, 1 kill. See if we can repeat it across this side. We do! It doesn't blow up. Oh, and target gone again. Oof, hammer heads. Wow.
Brutal.
So we've got a task here for this hammerhead, and it can put its shots into the rhino, sheltering there in the centre of the churchyard. So we moved, and we will guide the shots in. Yes, we'll guide the shots in with the stealth team. We'll use them to guide me in. Yes. Yeah, we will. We will. Okay. So we're going to go for...
He moved, didn't he? So
he did move. Yes. No, it could be 2s. Because... you've got to get this right. Yeah, because when you're guided, you get +1. It's not +1 to hit rolls, it's +1 to the ballistic skill. And then shooting at a vehicle, I get +1 to the hit roll.
Right, so it's next.
So it's, yeah, it's 2s. 6, which doesn't mean anything at this stage. And then we're going to try and wound on a 2. Yep. Stripping cover, -5. Straight through. Damage is 4 plus 6 is 10. I think that's the rhino gone.
Does it explode?
Does it blow up?
Nope.
No, target destroyed.
12
And then,
flies inside.
yeah, Jason can disembark. Hammerheads are having a field day here. They're finding targets and certainly getting their kills. Okay, dangerous enough. We'll just pan over here so you can see the deployment looking like so. With the Marines, one of them was lost, disembarking. They'll be battle shocked as well. And that's the current situation. We'll go to the ghost kill, unguided. It's going to put its shots into the blight hauler. So we'll supercharge. Needing 4s. It's good shooting. Toughness on that thing?
9.
It's toughness 9. 5's to wound.
Oh.
Ooh, 3 come through. In the open, -2.
So 5 ups.
5 pluses.
Nothing.
Damage 3 each.
It's nice, dead.
Target destroyed. I think it
6,
is a
7,
vehicle, so it can blow up. No, target removed.
Aye.
Yeah, clearing away here. Tau have to be. They're unrepentant. This is their only hope, is to blast things off the board. They'll not stand a chance in close combat. We'll go for this next one. This is what we planned. So these can guide these. We have a marker drone which lets us still guide targets even though we advanced. And then we're going to offload these into the occupants of the Rhino with their plasma rifles. So we'll go firepower with these. It's going to be 6 attacks with the regular plasma rifles from the bodyguard squad, and then the commander's got 4. We're exemplar of the Kuyon, so we are going to get the Kuyon bonus kicking in on turn 2. +1 to hit rolls from being guided in. We're rerolling 1s for our shooting, not full on reroll because the squad has actually lost a model from disembarking, and so we've dropped to reroll 1s instead of full rerolls. We'll commit this to the last patron here, Chris Comiskey, for this one. 2s with the commander. And our fish, no, I'm not rerolling, so no, we'll leave it. And then the bodyguard squad, 3s. Rerolling 1s. Okay. Sustained of 2. And then we can now lump these together, and then we're looking at strength 8, toughness 5, so 3s to wound. And take away those. These are AP -3, ignoring cover. That was a wound. There's 8 in total, so blistering enough. It's not going to wipe the squad.
7 dead.
7. Go on, damage 3 each time. Yeah, I've been talking about the game here. Tau have been finding their mark. There's no doubt about it. I think looking at it now, it's the right move just to push ahead quickly before these reserves arrive and cause trouble, which they will. We're trying to take away other targets whilst we can. So 5 powers finished across there. We'll stick to the plan. So broadsides, the return fire against the Plague Burst Crawler. Try and...
Still got cloud of flies on it.
Cloud of flies, okay. we'll offload everything we have. We're unguided, but we've remained stationary this time, so we'll go for this one. So we'll fire the missiles on these. We'll do the heavy rail rifles first of all. So 4s becomes 3s, -1. So on 4s this time. And it's terrible. Just the one. Trying to wound. No. Reroll. Come on, reroll. We're that desperate. We do wound. Okay. So 1 wound does come through. 5+ invulnerable save. No. D6 +1 damage. It's a 6. And target destroyed. It's gone. They've done it. We declared the missiles. They're gone as well. Firepower finished for them. And I think firepower finished for the tower across the board. It's been dangerous enough. There's no doubt about it. They've cleared many targets. So end of turn for the tower. Points. Some points coming through. 4 points for primaries. Then we've dumped area denial. And then defend stronghold is a potential one coming through. 11 points at this stage for the tower. Scoreline's low enough, but really it is an early stage here in the game. There's a couple of things going on with the tower which we've managed to do. First thing which has annoyed Jason is the back door being protected. He was looking for areas to sneak in. So that's one thing the tower have done correct this time around. There's plenty of times in games where we haven't. We have screened quite well, though there'll be a test for sure coming up. For example, with these, pushing them out to create some kind of dead zone. And then these more expendable type units, trying to keep potential deep strikers away from more harder hitting units. We'll see if that tactics worked. And then Tau managing to coordinate their firepower quite well. We've seen the difference with unguided units really struggling. Other units being guided, and across here we've seen this even with the breaches, have done much better. So those two things have worked well for us. And we've managed to navigate around the board, and we've found our angles through to targets. And it has made all the difference. Difference between targets remaining on the board and targets being completely annihilated. End of turn here for the tower. Damage-wise, it's been an effective turn for sure. Death Guard, the shape of the game has changed for them. They have their ground forces mostly gone, but some very tough and hard-hitting reserve units to arrive. But resources are now limited. It's a limited number of unit options available. So each choice will be critical, where they land and where they go. And we'll see the fate of each of these units, including Mortarion, coming up next. Turn 2 for the Death Guard. Alright, so turn 2 here for the Chaos Space Marines. Containment remains, and Cleanse is the other card that's been drawn. Jason has said his main focus now, though, is to kill Tau wherever he finds them. So it's all about getting units into engagement range. Making contact and wiping units to stand any chance here. So you've got to land, charge, kill as many times as possible. Right, so on turn 1 movement here, it's an interrupt. Overwatch, these are watching the graveyard, the cathedral, and Jason said, yeah, he has to move through. There's not much you can do about it. So, 6 shots with the bodyguard squad. Looking for 6s. Re-rolling 1s. And then the commander. Re-rolling 1s. No. Those 2 6s, we do get sustained, so it becomes 4.
I don't know if that counts in this turn because it's.
Yeah, I think because we had this come up in a.
Spotted this twice and then.
Yes,
one, right?
yes. Patient Hunter. Turn 3 onwards, we get turn 2. Whoa. Let's just make sure, because example of the Kuyan, Does it only count in the shooting phase? Bears your leading unit, patient under attachment applies to the unit from the second battle round onwards. Yeah, it's not just a shooting phase. So we get it for the entirety of the second turn. And then we're looking at Tau Empire models from your army have sustained its 1 ability, or sustained its 2 if they're spotted yet. So not spotted, it's sustained 1. 4 hits come through, trying to wound on 3s. 3 go through. You do get cover this time, and it's going to be -2 in total.
Saved. No, sorry, -2. So
yeah,
that's
blocked
2 dead.
1, 2 slain. All right. Crucially, that Chaos Lord, who I've heard is very good, remains alive. In fact, you split into 2 characters now. Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. Overwatch done. Just harassing the Death Guard even more here on the movement phase. But that's Overwatch away, which means it's not going to take place again. So we'll see some more movement taking place now. So movement's gone ahead here.
Didn't take long.
And this is where the Tower will be glad that they did what they did. Because if we see combat taking place, we're going to see Tau units being deleted very quickly. Death Shroud Terminators deep striking here, 9-inch charge. These have moved up here for a shorter charge. We've just got to reach the barricade to reach the breaches. Moving out here, surviving Overwatch with these 2 models. They're now independent characters. I think you're planning grenades from one of those. And then Mortarians turned up here with a 9-inch charge towards the Ghost Kill, but conscious of trying to block firepower from Tau. Heavy firepower from further away. That's movement done. There's still very dangerous Death Guard units on the board. The battle is not over yet. So Jason's using the Longbow BB dice. It is the authentic, real Longbow BB actually rolling the Longbow BB dice.
Don't put the pressure on.
Grenade. This is how it's done.
3.
3. 3 6 being rolled. Sorry, where are you throwing from and to where?
It's going to be from them
Into there. All right.
Yeah.
3 wounds caused on the crisis team. Next, a plague spurt going into the crisis team.
So D6 because it's a flamer, basically.
Okay. 1.
Here's what it is. Strength 7. You're now toughness 4 because you're in contagion range. And yeah, it's a save at -3.
Ooh.
Flat 2 damage.
Ignoring cover.
Ignores cover.
6 up. No. Damage.
2.
Dead. Target destroyed. Well, model destroyed.
These guys, they've got their spurty gauntlets. I'm going to go into these.
Okay.
So it's 7d6 shots. These are basically anti-infantry 4 up, but you're not infantry, so it's not doing an awful lot. But we'll see. This number of shots. 10, 18, 19.
Okay.
10, 3, 6, 9.
Our overall toughness is 5, and I think we're outside of containment.
Yes, it's 5 to wound, so it's just strength 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 normal saves. 3 up, I think. Aren't they?
Yeah, 3 ups. 2 go through. Drop it down to 3 wounds left. The Destroyer Hive is going to be used. It's coming from Typhus, actually going against the Hammerhead.
So it does D3 plus 3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
6. So
Maxed.
4, 6.
Yeah, I'm sensing a little bit of revenge here with coming from the Death Guard. So you caused 6 in total.
Yeah.
Ouch. Dropping down to 7 all of a sudden, just when you thought it was safe.
And then Mortarian.
Yes.
We'll just select what he's got to shoot at. So he's got 2. He's got the Lantern and he's got Rockwind.
Okay.
Ooh, so we've got range.
It's just softening up firepower here.
18.
What Jason wants, though, is the charges to go ahead. That's going to be the crucial point in the game.
How many wounds does the Ghost Kill come with?
I think he's got 10. He's got 12.
He's got 12. Well, we're going to soften that up a little bit. So he's going to have Rockwind, which is D6 plus 3 hits.
Yeah.
9.
And this is a torrent weapon.
No, this is blast,
Shooting.
blast, lethal, devastating, psychic.
Okay. Stealth.
6, 7, 8, 9. So these are hitting on 2s. 6s are lethal.
Stealth.
Hitting on 3s. Oh no, ignores it.
Oh. Because...
And his his ability is the whole increase in contagion range, as we said before.
Yeah.
That's little ones.
So he's ignoring a bit...
So he ignores
modifiers.
modifiers.
Oh, fine.
So you've got 3 lethal.
Yes.
Then these are strength 7, so it'd be 5s to wound.
Yep.
6s are devs. So another dev.
Okay.
You've got only 1 damage, so you've got 3 saves at -2.
Okay. 4 ups. Block those.
So take 1 dev wound.
1 wound. So 11 wounds left. Next one.
The lantern, same target. And it's sustained D3.
Okay.
That's
Nice. 3 hits. Well done.
Strength 9.
Toughness 8.
So
3 to
3s.
wound.
That's 2 at -3.
Ouch.
And these are flat 3 damage.
5 ups. Block 1. So we'll take a further 3, dropping down to 8 wounds left. Okay, some damage coming through. Okay.
I'm not sure. Typhus is squad because I don't want to shoot the breaches because I want to charge them.
Yeah, correct, yeah. Some spurts going into the...
Yeah, I'm not going to reach anything else unless these guys can reach over here.
Maybe 1.
So do...
Splits them up, yeah.
1 into them. 1 onto the tank. And that's it, I think.
Yep.
Edge of him, which is there. That's out.
Just about, yeah.
And that's out. So 1 and 1.
Okay.
So the 1 into the...
Fire Warriors. Maxed again. Oh boy, this is...
So the anti-infantry 4 up.
Yes. 3.
3, and they're going to be at -1 because you're in potato range of my...
Block 2. 1 goes through.
Sorry, you're toughness 3, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's
Another wound.
Yeah.
Another kill.
And then into the Devilfish, it's 5. And these will be wounding you on 6s. Just 2 normal saves.
Okay. Can I put a model back? -1 to the wound roll for the Guardian drone?
Yes, that's right, yes. I forgot about the Guardian drones.
Okay. And then across here
So you've got 2 more saves.
on the Devilfish.
On Devilfish, yeah.
Minus.
No minus.
Pass those 2. All right, yes. End of shooting phase charges. Take your time. There's a number of 9-inch... There's 2 9-inch charges and then 2 other charges which are shorter.
Yeah. I'm going to put the Chaos Lord into the chaps down here.
Yes.
And I'm also going to put the Foul Blight Spawn into them as well.
Into them as well. Okay, once them done. Yeah.
So I'll do that. So the Chaos Lord first.
I've forgotten something here. Your charge goes ahead. I feel no pain on these at 5+.
Oh, go ahead.
1 damage on that from his...
Yes.
That's fine. Carry on.
And then 3 grenades. Oh no, the grenades was on them.
Yep.
Sorry.
All good.
So Chaos Lord's in.
Yep. You can literally go to the toes of the ethereal. Oh boy.
And then the Blight Spawn is also in.
Good. In as well, yep. Fine. Easier charges first, good policy. Next easiest charge will be this one.
So it's just the barricade, isn't it?
You are trying to get to the barricade, yeah.
5.
5-inch charge.
Oh.
Snake Eyes, there's a command reroll. Just want to hold you there a second. I'm just going to check. There is a stratagem called photon grenades. I want to check what the rules are on that one. So I'll play it. Jason's going to let me play it. I should have waited. Should have played it before he made the roll. So I'm going to pay the CP. So it will kick in if you decide to command reroll the charge.
I'm going to go.
Are you going to command reroll it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Pay the CP.
Gavin, for charges.
Gavin for charges, Spaceballs.
Yep. It's a 7 then. Ah, yeah, photon grenades. It just kicks them out of the road as it charges out.
Eats it.
Oh, dear. Yeah, literally, the photon grenades fed them. They've charged further now. Oh, dear. I played a game against James recently, and we should know this for 40k. You find yourself in a hard situation, and there's no denying it. Jason's had units cut down, but you just have to keep going. You have to keep playing the game, and rely on the fact that you've built an army a certain way. This army's been built for up close and personal, and now that's finally starting to happen. Number of units making their charges, and once they're in, they're virtually guaranteed for the kill. Our eyes are on 2 charges now. That one in that corner and Mortarian, they're both 9-inch charges. So One may go in, one may miss. Fair is fair. Both may go in. That's great. Or both may fail. It's all down to the dice roll. Gavin, if you're tuning in, it's all up to you. All the charges.
Contagion.
Yes, 11. Oh, cheers, Gavin. Thanks a lot. In there you go.
Let's say hi.
Oh, boy. Not good. Not good at all. All of a sudden, the remnants of the Death Guard are in combat.
And the last.
Okay. 9-inch charge with Mortarion. 7.
I'd fail. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, the other charges went ahead, and one of the, like a bonus charge really with the Deep Strikers.
Can't interrupt. Not that you would, but...
Yeah, no, I can't interrupt play. Not that the tower would ever bother interrupting play. We're going to combat resolution here. Multiple Death Guard units are in. We're on combat, so these are pushed in. These have been wiped out. We've got 2 attacks, or 2 models left fighting against the Devilfish.
Mr. Humphreys.
Yeah, Dave Humphreys.
So hitting you on 2s, 6s are lethal. So 3 misses, 1 lethal, 4 hits. Your toughness 9?
Yes.
No, your toughness 8. That's forced to wound.
Nice, that's helpful.
So you've got 2 saves at -3.
6s. Nope.
That's 2 damage a pop.
Okay, we're on 10s, drop down to 6. So we have survived, but damage coming through. That's all resolved. Next.
Over here?
Over in the corner. Right, so there's some survival for us. We do have a 4+ invulnerable save. On the bodyguard unit only. If you can get through those.
It's a shame that I had to use my CP. Because if I'd done Epic Challenge, I could have cut your commander out first.
Ruthless. That's a very neglected stratagem, but it's a very good one.
Is, yeah. 2, 3, 4...
Because you issue the challenge and you have to fight the challenge. You can't back off.
So what you do is you roll up and any damage comes through, you go, it's on the commander, it's on the commander,
Yeah.
on the commander until he dies. And then the other attacks thing starts filtering into the other squad.
Yeah.
Into the rest of the squad.
Because I think there's in a previous edition, maybe 9th, where you could issue a challenge and then if you could decline it and then you could just not fight and be out of it. But this one, the fight has to go ahead, which is...
So this is just the Death Shroud, and I'll do the Lord's Contagion after.
Mm-hmm. So
again, hitting on 2s. I'm doing their strike profile. And I can 6 is lethal, and I can re-roll everything.
Oh, no. Okay. We're in their domain now. Shooting land is our land, and then combat is...
Punchy land is my land.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, look at this mess. Horrific.
So they're all hits. I'm going to re-roll these hits.
Yeah.
So drop 1, that's lethal. You're now toughness 4, I'm strength 8, so it's 2s to wound.
This happens every time. Turn 1, turn 2, you start to feel bad about things that you've done, and then when the combats happen, you feel glad that we were as brutal as we were, because it's just been given back to us
2,
here.
4, 6, 8,
I can't
10,
survive that.
12, 14, 16, 18, 21 at -3.
Damage?
2 each.
Damage 2.
And then the Lord of Contagion goes next.
And how many? 21?
21.
He is going to get the wipe out here. Okay. So it's going to take you... I've got 3. It's 3 wounds.
I'm going 3, so he'll be 2 to start.
2 dice on him. We block 1. We block 2. We block 3.
Stop it.
We block... Gone. Right. His next friend's 5 wounds. So he'll take 3.
3.
Block them all. Come on. Blocked that one. So I'm going to take 2 more dice. Now he's dead. The other one on the other side, yeah. Not him. The orange helmet, yeah. He can go.
Oh,
He's fine. He's come off his base, that's fine. Then 3 wounds on the next bodyguard. They're selling their lives dearly. He's blocked 2. So 2 more. And he's blocked those. Oh. What a hero. He's blocked those.
Oh, don't.
No, and again, blocked again. Right. That's way above average. I did take 1, though, so I'm going to drop down to 3 wounds left. Bodyguard, what? No, that is...
Well, Lord of Contagion's now going to step up.
I'll zoom in here so you can see the fight. That is absolute nobility here. Reminds me of a scene from a film, sorry. But I've forgotten the name of the film. The Last Samurai. Remember when they ambush on the roof? And all the arrows are coming down.
You're not passing off a tower as Keanu Reeves. Oh, that's Tom Cruise, isn't it? That's Ronin
Tom Cruise.
47, I'm thinking.
Yes, yes. Where all those arrows are coming down and they're throwing themselves in front of the leader and absorbing the arrows. That's what it reminds me of from The Last Samurai. Anyway.
Well, this is going to be the Trinity from the Matrix with the dodge this. So normally he has 5 attacks.
Yeah.
Because of deadly pathogen, he gets +1 attack, +1 strength.
Okay.
So hitting you on 2s, 6 is lethal, re-rolling.
Oh dear.
Oops,
Typhus
sorry.
steps forwards here. Oh, sorry, Lord of Contagion, sorry. Re-rolling crucially.
1 lethal, 1 drop, and then wounding you on 2s.
Just trying to get through to the commander. Get all of them.
That's all at -3.
Damage?
Damage 3.
Ah. Another 3 wounds left exactly, so 1 successful kill. Bodyguardsman stands up now to the Lord of Contagion.
No.
Blocks it.
Yeah.
Come on, reroll.
Ooh.
Oh, come on, reroll. Blocked it. Blocked it. Failed and is dead.
He's dead.
And what's your AP minus?
-3.
Whoa. Tower Commander. 6 up. No, I'm pretty sure I start on a 3+. It can't be a 2+. No, I'll take that damage then. So we drop from 8 wounds down to 5. And all the drones can be removed apart from the orange shield drone. That's a marker drone.
Oh, sorry.
And
I saw orange.
Orange,
There we go.
yeah, that's it. And it can go, that's it. That's restrict
Yeah, I
away from
play
all
Tau.
those. Yeah, yeah. Jason plays Tau as well, by the way.
Happy.
Okay, right. That's it. We've survived with the commander, but without the invuln save, we'd be dead twice over.
These 2.
Right. Yes, going against the Fire Warriors.
My Chaos Lord. I just want to check on his abilities. I think one of his abilities only if he leads a unit. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So
I know the yes. I know the ability you're talking about.
he's got a Power Fist and a Chainsword.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with the Chainsword because he gets 7 attacks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hitting you on 2s.
Okay. Michael Jamming dice being used here. It's Chaos Space Marine player.
And then wounding you on 2s because you're now toughness 2.
Yeah.
So 3 saves at -2.
3 saves of 6 up. No. So 1, 2, 3.
Then the Foul Blight Spawn.
That's the squad leader. Yeah, you'll go. It's fine.
He gets 4 attacks hitting on 3s.
Can I
Oh, sorry.
We'll wheel him in. It's fine. He can fight. No problem.
Mhm.
All good. Yep.
So hitting you on 3s.
Okay.
2 hits.
Oh, stop. Sorry about this. Feel no pain. All of them.
Oh.
Sorry.
And then the other 2 wounding you on 2. So you've just got 2 more normal saves. Oh, 2 saves at -1 to make.
2 saves at -1. Blocked 1. Feel no pain. Nope. Okay. Feel no pain.
Now you can hit me back.
Right. Okay. We'll strike back here with the pitiful close combat that we have. So combat's resolved off camera. Trust me, it was very boring. So we no impact, and pretty much no hits come through. So that's it. Combat's resolved here for the Death Guard. Good to see them into close combat here, and obviously causing immediate trouble for everything they've made contact with. So now the Tau, moving on to the second half of their plan, which is how do we deal with the large, dangerous, tough, deep striking units on the board. There are 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3. We will give you an update on the score. All right, so end of turn 2 here for the Death Guard. No points to primaries. Secondaries have been an issue as well. They will be an issue because of the limited number of units on the board. No points coming through. Both cards have been dumped. Jason will go for the fresh draw next turn. So that's the other danger here in this game, is that the spread of Tau units across the board and their board control of their multiple small units is really going to work in their favour. Yeah, it's just trying to coordinate, spread out forces to take on these tough units. We'll see what we can do. May have to avoid and just try and keep raking the points in for this one. We're going to the 3rd turn of the game. Now, finally, Kuyan will kick in for the remaining Tau units. We're going to their turn 3 next. All right, so turn 3 here for the Tau. It's primaries 1 and 2. We pass Battle Shock across there. So 2 lots of 4. Defense strongholds come in as well for us, 3 points added on to last turn. And then containment and overwhelming force is the 2 secondaries in play. I think we're going to be too busy for containment. Overwhelming force, destroying enemy units and objectives. Yes, that would be one for us to go for. We've decided to go for, there's 4 threats on the board. Basically, there's these, a weaker threat, I think, if we can get through the Chaos Lord. Obviously, Mortarion, very dangerous. This blob, very dangerous. That blob across there, very dangerous. We're going to go after them. And this blob. We're going to try and deal with one blob at a time if we can. So, we have backed away from Mortarion as much as we can. Hammerhead moving up and around and back. Stealth team backing off, so abandoning this objective. Ghost Kill shifting across. Piranhas moving up to lend some firepower support with fusion guns, drones, and missiles. Commander NATO advanced, swooping across there, 15-inch move in total, rushing across this flank to try and go after the Death Shroud Terminators. Then Stealth team remaining where it is, Hammerhead remaining where it is, backing out close combat with the Devilfish, remaining stationary with these, and then the Noble Commander in the corner will die at his post. Will stay where he is as well. End of movement here for the tower, so the lines joining together, moving towards the middle of the board, hoping at close range to deal with these 2 main targets. We'll see how well they do. The battle is not over yet. We've got to deal with these. Whatever they touch, they'll kill. We have to wipe them out, otherwise more tower units will suffer. We'll go on to shooting phase for the tower next. Over here, it's -1 anyway.
Sorry?
Over here.
Oh, sorry, I'm talking about these.
Oh, right, Cloud of Flies. That's auto shot. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do the commander at point blank range. This is the last thing that he'll do. Dalva. +1 to hit rolls. I think we've got 3 hits.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. Can he wound those? The question.
9, isn't it?
Yeah.
Toughness 6, but
-1 to wind rolls.
to
4s. Triple 6. What a way to go. Oh, God. Oh, dear. 4+ invulnerable saves.
Ah.
None.
D6 +2 a time?
Yes.
Just 3 dead.
Whoa. Commander. Oh, I feel sorry for him. He's sending his final message across to Commander at NATO here. You take over, Commander. For me, the battle is over. Oh, the tower. Such honour they have.
He's getting slapped.
He's going to be slapped here in a moment. Going to be scythed down. Be harvest time over in that corner of the battlefield. Okay. Commander NATO, with a tear in his eye, will then fire into these. Just calm down. Measured approach here for the tower. We've got to calculate this properly. Got to do it in the right order. In which case, careful. You've got to get this right here. Right, it's got a bit of a plan, I think. So Ghost Kill is going to go into this backpack liquid carrying person.
You can't shoot him until you get his name right.
Foul spitted blight hauler. I don't know.
Foul blight spawn.
Foul blight spawn. Okay. So I'm not going to guide him. Just going to fire raw into here with the Ghost Kill. So we will supercharge. Looking for 4s. That's a sustained. 3s to wound. You'll get cover. -2, so -1.
Save.
Save them all. Fusion Blaster. Hits. Doesn't wound. Twin linked. Does wound. Goes through AP -4. D6 +2. 7 damage.
Oh, yeah.
Got
and
him.
Hazardous roll for you.
Hazardous roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3, isn't it?
3, yeah.
Yeah, drop it down to 5.
It's his parting gift.
Yeah, I'll take that. Okay.
The putrescent acid landed on one of the pipes and melted through.
I can imagine. Yeah, it blows up. All right, so that means I wanted to clear him out of the way because I'm going to use these to guide this whole squad to offload everything they have point blank range into that Chaos Lord. Oh dear, right. So we'll go for guided fusion blasters. Rerolling ones. Okay, 2 hits. Oh no, 4 hits.
Yeeks.
Yeesh.
3 to wound.
3s to wound. Rerolling 1s. 3 go through.
-4 goes to minus... Oh, it's 4 up in one here.
Yeah, 4 plus 1 will save 3 dice.
Yeah, you know.
Blocked 2, well done. You may want to command reroll. This is going to be d6 plus 4.
No. You got to roll a 1. Oh, look, he's dead.
Okay, 10 damage. All the missiles were declared. I used these dice to mark it up, so they're all gone as well. Okay, part of the reason for keeping them as a whole unit is I can bless them with guiding the entire unit. It really does help. Okay, so cleared. That's step 1. That frees us up now. Whilst we're at it, we'll offload a single shot into Mortarion with this tank. So we're looking, we moved, looking at 3. We missed. We'll use our reroll. And we still missed worse. We're just firing at the shadow that was there in terms at deployment. Okay, that's that flank complete. Now all attention focuses on these Death Shroud Terminators. Okay, so I'm going to go for this squad first, guided by the Hammerhead into the Death Shroud Terminators. Plague of Flyers, -1 to hit rolls, which will cancel out my +1 to the ballistic skill. Yep, nothing I can do. Okay, so we'll go for 2 in the bodyguard now, not 3. But hitting on 4s with those and 3s with the NATO commander.
Yeah.
4 rerolls on the hit roll. I'll keep that. That's from the commander. And we'll add in those 2 for the sustained. And the bodyguard hitting on 4s. Reroll these 2. Okay, and then sustained. Another 2 come through. Does make all the difference. Oof. Then we're going to try and wound you on 4s, right? Because it's 3s becomes 4s. Now, I've done something maybe wrong. No, it may not make a difference. We'll come to it in a second. So we're trying to wound you.
2.
Yeah. We have failed here. Minus... They both go through and damage 3. So 2 gone. It's not good enough, though. It really is not good enough. All right. We'll go with the Hammerhead. Railgun, 6s would be handy. A 1. We'll re-roll it for our built-in ability. It's a 5. 2s becomes 3s for a wound. No. Come on, re-roll. 3s for a wound. Hold facing 2. No. Some little drones. 1 hit. No wound. Twin linked. Still no wound. Okay. Now we'll go to the second backup units. There's this team, the stealth team. They're going to fire down there. I'm going to guide these in against the target. This is the moment of truth here. So, broadsides.
-1 to hit.
-1 to hit remains stationary, so that cancels out. Guided in. We'll be hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Oh man, good job we used them for the guide. Yeah, but it hasn't really helped. It could have been so much better. We'll go for 4s to wound.
No, your strength 12, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
2
right.
to 3s.
3s. 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s. Down to invuln saves. 3 of them. This is a big roll, actually.
Save,
Block
save
2.
1.
Well done. D6 plus 1 damage. 3. Just
Neatly
enough to
killed
kill 1. Oh, boy. We'll check range. I think all the plasma rifles are in. They're all in. I'm glad they're there, actually. We're looking for... Reroll this one. Okay. Yeah, because all of a sudden we've plucked out that. Oh, dear me. They're twin linked as well. 4s. Twin linked. 5. Where's that come from? It's come from nowhere. Stripping cover, 4-ups. You blocked them all apart from 1. God. Missile drones. 4, 4, and 2. 4s. Yeah. Rerolling 1s.
Yikes. But then those 4 come back in, right?
Yeah. 3s to wound, 4s to wound.
What's their strength?
7.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Rerolling 1s. It's not bad.
5.
It's not bad. Yeah, I'm just going to check something here on these. If they've got a bit of AP minus sting on them, I think they do. I think it's -1. I have to go to the drone profile for these. Yeah, AP -1, ignoring cover, so 3
Oh,
ups.
right, so 3. What's damage?
2.
2. 1 takes 2 damage.
Yeah, 2 damage. 2 wounds taken. Dropping down to 1 wound left. We'll do a little bit of firepower coming from these. 5s for hits. Sustained 1 because not guided. 5s to wound. No, 6s. No, 5s because it doesn't kick in. 2. No minus. 2 saves are 2+.
6 and 3. Sorry, behind the rock.
Yeah, fine. Passed. Okay. Running out of options.
They're tough.
They are tough. They really are tough. And that is going to be firepower complete for the tower. Not too bad. We haven't wiped them out. It's a little bit...
Charges?
Yeah. We'll leave it at that point. We'll go... No, we won't. Yeah, we've got combat to resolve in that corner. Okay. In the overall grand scheme of things, we have killed...
The whole army?
7 Death Shroud Terminators. So that does help, for sure.
2 6s lethal re-rolling.
If I re-roll this, Tower Pride will go through the... If I survive this, Tower Pride will go through the roof.
Because I'm going to be wounding you on 2s anyway, because you're going to be toughness 4 now, aren't you?
True, yes.
So that's 2 lethal. And
Commander and Enforcer. Just checking his toughness. Yeah, his toughness 5.
2s to wound you. 4, 8, 10 at -3.
Oh, forget it. I haven't even got an invuln save. I traded invuln saves for extra firepower.
Yeah, I think he's absolutely smashed.
He's gone. He'll be diced up and sold at the fish market. Okay, so he is away. You can't really move. They just sit where they are, but they have completed their task. Okay, end of turn. Give an update on the score. Right, end of turn here for the tower. We've said points, really just a formality. We know which way the game's going. But 27 points in total for the tower, 8 points for primaries, 5 points for destroying enemy units on objectives, 2 separate units across here. Oh, look at this. He's not even waiting here. Mortarian's on the move. 27 points to 0, but Jason's about to pick up points. Death Shroud Terminators have survived. As long as they pass their Battle Shock test.
I've done it already.
Oh, right, fine. Passed. Okay, well done.
I can rewrite if you want to sit on camera.
No, that's all good. We'll go on to turn 3 for the Death Guard. We've got guaranteed Overwatch here. Oh, no, he's going to try and lop off the head from the second Tower Commander. Fighting for Pride here, which is... Chaos Space Marines are dangerous when they're fighting that way with nothing left to lose. They are at their most, they're at their most dangerous. Turn 4 here, they're on... got 4 points for primaries. That one was captured. Cards drawn was Aerodinal and Established Locus, which Jason's going to ignore those. He's just in kill mode at the moment. Then Death Shroud Terminator's moving up, a bit of a walk for them, and we've seen Mortarian emerge from across the other side. So we'll go on to shooting phase first. No, stop. Overwatch. Who do we Overwatch with? So either of these two.
I think the Devilfish.
All 3, yes, or the Devilfish, yeah. We'll go with the Commander. I know you're going after him, so we'll go with the Commander.
Ah, boo.
So we'll go here, and a Bodyguard. 6s we need. Rerolling 1s. Nothing so far. Uh-oh. This is his friend.
Oh.
Rerolling 1s. 1 comes through, becomes 2. 4s to wound. Come on, reroll.
Oh, Luke.
Done.
I
And
will come on reroll if I have to, but I don't.
blocked. Oh, they're fresh. Okay. Shooting phase next.
8-inch charge to the Devilfish.
Right, firepower finished. Firepower from Mortarian took down the ghost kill. Firepower from here caused 6 mortal wounds on these. Spitting up here, taking out one of the stealth team models. I have to say, I'm just going to point this out. The tower had to go brutal with firepower and wipe out large chunks of this Death Guard force, because a small elite portion of this army will cause, as we've seen and may well continue to see, absolute havoc amongst tower units. We don't stand a chance in close combat, and small units of Death Guard can just wipe out chunks of the army.
An 11-inch charger, that's almost 3 turns of movement.
Uh-huh.
So if you do big charges, yeah, this round
They really can move across the board.
Handy.
Very interesting. Our casualty pile is mounting. It's certainly growing in size. We'll see if these charges go ahead. Oh, you did a regular move. You're going to try and charge.
Yeah. So
Okay.
It's like an 11-inch charge.
I see what you mean. Gotcha.
Actually, do you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to do this charge in here first.
Easy charge, yeah. Straight into...
It's like a 4-inch charge.
Commander NATO. Oh, Snake Eyes.
We're going to have to use a reroll. Yes.
11.
That's what I need for them as well.
Okay. They stopped at the graveyard to read the gravestones, but then realised they have to push on. In they go. Hunting for fish. Okay.
Mortarian is...
Into the hammerhead.
It's an 8-inch charge.
No. Oh no, 6.
And an 11 over here.
Okay. And the 11-inch charge. Surely impossible.
Oh, yes, it is.
Doesn't go ahead, all right. The main one does, though, yeah.
So I'm going to use my RCP
Yes.
for sustained.
Okay. He's going to try and cut down a second commander.
So you've got 1.
Oh, he's souring our victory here. Because we'll walk away from this one having lost our commanders.
I'm going to break all your toys. So hitting you on 2, 6 is a lethal and sustained 1.
Chaos players do this. They make you pay a price for victory every time.
So that's all hit. That's lethal. 1 comes back in. Wounding you on 2s because you're now -1 toughness.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a clean sweep. So you've got...
If you're watching this video, if you ever play a game against someone and they say to you, I'm just going to play like I've got nothing left to lose, watch out, because because they can become very dangerous.
So that's 9 so far. Then do you want me to do typhus as well?
9. Oh, no, we'll just, deal with one at a time. So what's your AP minus on these?
-3.
Oh, right. In which case, damage of
2.
2. So I'm going to roll 3 here on the first surviving model. Looking for 6s. Yep, he survived. Looking for another 6. He's just got a wound left, so he's dead. The Chasseway Commander, looking for 6s. So he's gone. And then we'll go on to Commander NATO across here. Need 6s. No.
And typhus, he's going to come in for the glory kill.
No.
Coup de grace.
I've got 4 wounds left. 4 wounds is what he
Hitting
needs.
on 2s, 6 is a lethal and sustained.
Go ahead.
That's what we want. Lethal,
No.
sustained.
No.
Strength 9, 2s to wound.
2s to wound.
5 at -3, 3 damage each.
No problem. I need 4 6s.
Yeah, no.
Nothing I can do. Commander's gone. Second commander's gone. God, man.
Tap into the broadside.
Of course. Oh, wretched things.
Typhus the Hoover.
Hey, really. Absolutely the right policy. No regrets. From going as hard. And bear that in mind, if you're watching this game and you're up against armies like this and you have Tau, you must fire your guns without repentance. You really have to be as brutal as you can, because if they get to you, as we've seen here, they'll
Could we
cause
do a
trouble.
what if Mortarian got into combat?
Well, against Hammerhead?
Yeah.
Did we need to?
Go to you. We don't have to.
You go ahead.
Sure.
Yes.
So here we're going for a strike. It's only 5 attacks.
Right.
Hitting you on 2s, 6 is a lethal.
Okay.
Oh, that's bad for a start.
Okay.
Strength 14.
It's 10 past 3, and sorry, but the gates close at 3. So
Ah, yeah. Mortarian, don't care.
all right.
So you would have had 3 saves at -4.
Straight through the armor.
So that's 12 damage.
Dead.
Wow.
No, 1 wound left.
The 1 wound left. That's it.
13 wound model. Okay. End of turn. I get to fight back here again. We won't waste your time rolling it up on camera, and then we'll give you an update on the score. Okay, the other thing the Tau don't regret is getting at points early in the game, because the casualty rate is accelerating here against the Tau. Both commanders cut down. Combat across here. Mortarian taking targets down and starting to close in. Just a limited number of models. I think for the Tau, just to finish this off, is just to deal with this side of the ball and then just leave Mortarian to his own devices across the other side of the ball. That would finish the game off here if we can do it. But we are seriously cut down on firepower options. Some of our best units have been cut down here. Vicious vengeance from the Death Guard. Points coming through, just the 4 points of primaries, 27 points to 4. We'll press on. Tau turn 4, their attention will shift to here. We'll continue on with this. try and get rid of those, and then see if we can take on perhaps those across there with the firepower that we have left. All right, so Tau turn 4. We are looking at marked for death, which is all the units except those, annoyingly. And assassination, which is killing characters, which there's a good number of them on the board, actually. And so we are focusing at everything we have, pretty much taking these down. If they go, that really helps. Backing away from Mortarion, staying away from those as well, just trying to buy ourselves time. That's the immediate. That's probably next, and then him next after that. Remaining stationary, backing out close combat with those. They're in the graveyard. They're comfortable enough where they are. Tau just going to pour firepower into that as much as they can. They will go into shooting phase next. Okay, so firepower, do this. I played 2 stratagems. Actually going to play 3 stratagems on these. I'm going to chuck grenades. I'm going to play point blank ambush and coordinate to engage shared between these two. Just to try and give us the... Oh, that's a lot of CP. You've got a lot to spend here. So, grenades first. 2 mortals. Interesting. Then we'll go with the squad. There's 10 shots with them. They count as being guided.
-1 to hit.
-1 to hit rolls, so 4s. Not getting any kind of rerolls. There's an extra 6 hits coming through. 5 to win, that's a problem. Well,
3.
there's 3. They're ignoring cover and -1. So 3 ups.
1's dead.
And we got 1 in. Okay, let's remove him from play. Bodyguard stripped away. Just trying to clear the path to get through to Typhus. And in that squad would be nothing else. So that's them done. We'll then go with the drones, or we'll then go with the squad here. Now this is the crucial one. 3 fusion blasters. 4s.
Is that including the -1?
Yeah. 3s. 3s on my ballistic skill, then -1 to hit rolls. Takes me to 4s.
Ballistic skill 4, aren't they? Primus?
Yeah, 4s. +1 because they're guided.
Oh, sorry, yeah, guided. Hello.
Not re-rolling anything. 4s to win. No.
No, it's not bodyguard anymore. No.
3s.
T6, 3.
3s to win. 2 go through. It's all down to him. 1 save now. D6 plus 4 damage if they go through.
Saved and...
Not saved. Come on,
Okay,
reroll.
don't have it. No, fine.
D6 plus 4. Hold facing.
Dead.
8. Got him. Oh, boy. Okay, removed from play. Right, done enough.
It's done.
Okay. All right, so end of turn here for the Tau. We're pretty much saying the game's done. With those cleared, that's the main threat gone. Jason still really wants to just do another turn. He wants to see if Mortarion... He's just going to move it. Look,
How far away are they? Too far away.
So points coming through is we've left mark for death on the board, 4 points for primaries, 5 points for assassination for killing Typhus. That gives us 36 points to 4. So it's a win for the Tau, but it's a low amount of a low amount of points coming through. So we'll go on to turn 5. Turn 4 here for the Death Guard coming up next.
Movement's done.
All right, so movement was done as soon as I finished speaking. So we'll go on to shooting phase next. Shooting phase resolved. Mortarion's firepower went into the stealth team, killing 2 of them. Adds a wound, but saved against the Devilfish. Tallyman shot a pistol and failed to wound, and didn't destroy himself. Supercharging. He's just tucked around the corner over there. We're going to charges next. Yeah, well, I've just taken the model off, but we'll let Jason roll it here just for the public record. Charge goes ahead.
So that comes back into sustain, that's lethal.
Nice.
And then 3s to wound, because I'm assuming your toughness.
9.
So 4 saves at -4.
It's 4, isn't it? I can't do nothing about it.
So 4, 8, 12, 16 damage.
Dead. You got him now. I
was hoping to kill the stealth time.
Oh, see, one fish at a time. Okay. Hammerhead gone. Mortarion's unstoppable. We knew that, so we tried to work around him as best as we could. We're going to call it at this point. Okay. He's finally letting go of the fish.
4 models left.
4 models left on the board, including the Tallyman, who's no doubt faithfully kept a record of all of the casualties for both sides. Okay, so end of turn, the score line, we've kept track of it during the game. There's no need to give you a final score or really to project forwards, but it is a crushing victory as far as points are concerned for the Tau. But what we thought in the early turns of the game potentially could have been like a whitewash for them has not been the case. Jason has pressed on with the battle and caused heavy casualties for the Tau, including the 2 Tau commanders, which were cut down without mercy. So Tau can... I don't know if the Tau would celebrate. They'd move away knowing it's a victory for them, but at tremendous cost. So that really has put a dampener on their celebrations. But all sacrifice made was indeed for the greater good. We'll talk about units of the game next, both sides. Interesting thing to think about. All right, units of the game. Tough choice for the Tau. Actually, a number of units did well. And no real unit in particular stood out. We've talked about the overall tactics in the battle also. So, one of the things we've been saying is, what if Mortarion started the game, I don't know, on the board? We were lined up to shoot here, but what if he was positioned somewhere else where he was able to swing around?
So I'd thought about it.
Yeah.
Because I knew I'd put him there just to take him off.
Yes.
But if I'd done it properly, he'd been back here to stop this corridor.
Of firepower, yes.
And then that would have limited a lot of what came through when we'd done that way.
So we noticed on turn 1, the Tower able to dance around the board a fair bit, getting their angles. If Mortarion was a threat in this zone, that would really cut down our options to try and work our way around on the flanks. Tau firepower had too much freedom, I think, to pick up targets, and they punished things such as the Predators. Honourable mention to the Hammerheads. They did well. Firepower, especially early turns of the game, taking on the Predators, for example. Good firepower came from the broadsides. The Piranhas worked out really well in this game, but I'm going to give it to Commander NATO in this game. Landing. Heavy casualties caused, firing through across there, darting across here to tip the scale of that firefight, and then ultimately dying here in the graveyard across there. Honourable mention to Commander Ghosttide as well, nobly bringing down some of the Terminators in the corner. But it's going to go to Commander NATO here for this battle. For the Death Guard, it's Typhus and his squad. Yeah. Landing here, moving up, cutting down, moving through, cutting down, killing the Tower Commander.
And just walking through so much
everything.
Firepower.
Yeah, a good kill tally from them. That's units of the game for both sides. Big thanks to our silver level Patreon supporter, Dumpy Grimbo, for his support at silver level. Keep a lookout for more Challenger Scorpion battles on the channel. Death Guard have made their return, but they've walked into a wall of firepower here, delivered by the Tau. Tau have emerged victorious, but at tremendous cost. No doubt the Death Guard will vow their revenge. We may well see them turn up again on the channel. But who would be willing to face them is the question. We'll have to see. Great game. Thanks for watching. A big thanks to Jason for coming down and joining in with the game. Hopefully you've had a good time. Okay.
Tau shooting is never a good time. It's good game.
Good game. Good battle. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.